So further fallout from the Gerard Gallant bit has started today. You can't see this, but that's my television. That's my TV. We've got the entertainment stand on top of the dresser, and it seems a little precarious, but once we got the glass shelves on there, it's sturdy. It's stable. It's far more stable than it looks. And I gotta say, awesome. So NHL 17 have done an update on it that apparently came through since the last time I played it, which was quite a while ago. All right, the Gerard Gallant thing first. Here's the deal. Analytics has taken over the Florida Panthers. I get it. But here's the problem. When you have non-hockey guys calling the shots, and that apparently is what's going on in Florida, you get things like Talon being sent upstairs, given a promotion, which gets him out of being a GM. You have Gerard Gallant being fired, even though players on the team loved him. Players on the Florida Panthers, everybody seems to, who's played for him, love the guy as a coach. And it is going to be a tough sell on some of these players that their coach is gone, especially considering they had the best season last year the Florida Panthers have ever had. I think analytics are fine, but I think in Florida's case they've kind of gone overboard. And that's saying a lot since I don't mind what Arizona's been doing. But to me, when you have non-hockey guys calling the shots, you have non-hockey guys basically saying, here's who should go and here's who shouldn't. It's tricky. It's now I've watched the movie Moneyball and I like Moneyball and I don't have a problem with Moneyball, but hockey is not baseball. And there is a lot more team to consider than there is in baseball. Baseball is, for the most part, a one-on-one scenario. It's a pitcher and a batter, and that's your primary focus. Pitcher and a batter. Does the batter get on base? Hockey, you have 5-on-5. Now you can have one-on-one puck battles, sure, but in general, it's a team sport. The Florida Panthers over the summer decided, hey, we're going to go just dive right into the analytics. And I think the best teams, and this is true of baseball as well. The best teams in baseball seem to be the ones that accept analytics and advanced stats. And they say, okay, here's your advanced stats, but we've also got all this other stuff here to consider. Your traditional stats. And the teams that look at the whole picture do a lot better than teams that are strictly analytics or strictly old school. And I think hockey's going to end up the same way. I think you're going to have guys who are trying to look at the analytics side of things. A big analytics guy in Vancouver was Mike Gillis, and that's, I guess, sometimes forgotten by people. But Mike Gillis was big on analytics, and he claimed that the advanced stats of Kyle Wellwood showed that Wellwood was a very good player who was being utilized improperly in Toronto. Didn't work out so well for him. And it is, as I said, it's a tricky thing. I respect analytics. I respect advanced stats. But for me personally, if I was a GM, I'd be looking at more than that. I'd be saying, okay, so I'll use Riley Smith as an example. Riley Smith, excellent advanced stats. Good. If he has a line mate whose advanced stats are middling or bad, but they have really good chemistry on a line together, I'm not trading the guy with the bad analytics score. Because if I know they make really good line mates, I'm keeping it together. I don't personally feel that the smartest way to go is one way or the other. I think there has to be a middle ground. There has to be a middle ground. And Florida apparently doesn't believe there is. They had decided Gerard Gallant was getting canned quite a while ago. That's what the rumor is. And it came through. The rumor was he wouldn't see the end of December. They were looking for an excuse to get rid of him. And it's too bad because if he was upset with the moves that were made over the summer, I don't necessarily disagree with him. I really don't. You get a coach, and he was a Dale Talon hire, and that's something that was said as well. He was a Dale Talon hire, not Tom Rowe. So as soon as Tom Rowe came in, the idea was, okay, well, we're gonna get rid of Gallant. We're just looking for an excuse. All right. Wow, that's quite the update file for NHL. 819 megabytes. So yeah, um, I'll be able to stream on the PS4. Technically, I could stream now, but I think I'll just leave it as it is for now. Um, but yeah, the Gerard Gallant thing is it's going to be interesting to see what happens in Florida from here, because if the players are pissed, there's no advanced chart that can show you how players are going to respond to being pissed off. And when your coach gets fired after the best season your team has had, and you're not even playing bad hockey or 500, and you're still, only a couple points out of the playoffs, you're still right there, and that's without, some of your big star players. That's rough. It's really rough. And there's a part of me that says, you know what? I really honestly hope Florida falls on its face. Because it's baffling to me. Absolutely baffling. But anyways, there was other news today. Alex Edler, it's been announced, is going to be out 4 to 6 weeks. I seem to remember saying something during the summer about Edler getting hurt all the time, and I seem to remember there were a couple of people who said that's not really true, and that was last year, and stop worrying about it. Here we are. And I think he's played 21 games and he's got 3 points. Let me know when Alex Edler has market value again, shall you? Please let me know when Alex Edler has market value. Edler is negative market value right now. With his contract, and with the fact he can't score and he can't keep up with the game, and now he's injured, so he's going to be out till, well past Christmas. Edler, he's stuck as a Canuck, and the Canucks are stuck with him. And it's going to be up to him how he responds to that. But anyways, I wanted to touch on both of those things, and just as sort of a follow-up. I did look into the whole Gallant thing, and it does look like Florida's management wanted him out because he didn't buy into the analytics. Odds are he's one of those crazy coaches that figures when he's behind the bench, he gets a good feel for what players to play and what's going to work. And there's some numbers cruncher upstairs who's going, nope, that guy's not getting enough ice time. Nope. You got to get rid of him. This guy's not getting enough, and this guy's getting too much. And like I said, it gets crazy. I respect the stats, but I don't respect when people take the advanced stats as the gospel and they use them to override anything else a player does. So a player's either good or he's garbage. And that's just not true. I mean, I've watched hockey 35 years. And it's very rare that I look at a player and say, oh, he's garbage. I was accused of that during the summer when the McCann deal went down, that I was saying Goodbranson was garbage. My argument with Goodbranson was he was kind of redundant for the Canucks since they already had Trampkin to play that role of the big, tough, physical defenseman. They already had one. So when people were like, well, now they've got a physical defenseman, I'm like, they had Trampkin. What's anybody talking about? Trampkin's the guy. And, now Trampkin's in the lineup. Everyone's talking about how good he is. Yeah, I know. I've been watching. I watched last year. But anyways, that's all water under the bridge. McCann's not playing well in Florida. Odds are if the Canucks want a McCann back, they could probably get him. And, McCann could find himself out of hockey in a couple of years at the rate that he's playing right now. Because the game is unforgiving when it comes to players not performing. But maybe the analytics crew will keep him around. It'll be interesting to see how things work out in Florida, because this really is the litmus test for guys who don't even know hockey to come in and just read charts and say, oh, this is what you need to do. It's not that simple, but some people think it is. Anyways, comments are welcome below. Don't forget to like and subscribe if you're on your way through. Browsing around the internets, the interwebs, the tubes, the series of tubes. This is the YouTube tube of the internet. Anyways, yeah, thanks for watching, and very excited to have a big screen, to have the TV up where it belongs, right up near the ceiling, until we get a bigger place. We are getting a bigger place. Thanks for watching, and I'll talk to y'all again soon.